Okay, good. So today's presentation is, guess the image reveals everything.
Lens.
Lens. Eye surgery, eye operation. Tell.
Observing. Observing.
Observing.
Change your communication. Point of view.
Point of view.
Eye contact,
Perceiving.
concentration.
Change
Perceiving.
your communication.
Believe what you see.
Okay, believe what
Eye
you see.
contact.
Eye contact. Yeah, guess.
Change your communication.
Seeing
Eye
world
contact.
through others' lens or others' vision, new vision.
Okay. Yeah, good. Thanks. Some people guessed it, but yeah, I don't know who that person, but let's see. The title of today's presentation is Change Your Perception and then Change Your Communication Skills. If you're not changing your perception, then it is very difficult for you to change your communication skills. And I want to give you the new perception about communication skills so that you can lead your rest of your life with full of confidence and with great communication skills with this new perception, whatever you are going to get from today's class. Okay. And I'm going to tell you so many things in between with my personal experiences. Just give your full attention and you'll be connecting with each and every story what I'm going to share today. And let's start. Today's title of presentation is Change Your Perception and Change Your Communication Skills. And from this time onwards, completely you should change your perception and then you can improve your communication skills without any difficulty. As I promised you that I will help you to make you a good communicator and great public speakers, then this is the presentation is going to be the starting point of everything, every new journey of your life. So let's start then. Before that, I would like to ask one question. Why kids learn English much more quickly than adults? Can anyone guess?
They are
Why?
learning stage. We are
Okay, they are learning stage.
And they're distracted anything by some.
Their grasping power.
They're having
Their
user
grasping power is high.
Grasping power is very high.
Brain
Okay.
power, sir.
Brain power.
Enthusiastic.
They will be
Enthusiastic.
curious to learn
They
more
have
things.
Curious to
memory.
learn.
They have
Empty memory.
They don't have fear.
They don't have fear.
Fear of mistakes.
Okay, great.
They're
Super.
confident.
Confidence. Okay, then. Yeah, mostly whatever you guessed, everything is right answer only.
They
Now,
don't
guys.
think about others.
Okay, great. Everything, every answer is
No
correct.
one judges them.
No one judge. Super. And they don't have any fear of judgment and all. So we'll see that. And recently I have not presented, I have just shared my screen and shown one TEDx video. That TEDx video title was 3 Ways to Fail in 21st Century. And it was very surprising title for me. A lot of times people will tell us that how to get succeed and 3 ways to succeed and all. Guys, please mute yourself. Okay. Yeah. So every time people tells like how you can succeed, 5 steps to succeed and 3 steps to succeed and become great and all. But her title made me feel like why she is saying 3 ways to fail in 21st century. And who wants to fail in 21st century by following these 3 ways like that, I thought. But at the end, she told like every time when you avoid in what way you fail, then your chance of getting succeed will be higher. And that's where I feel like, wow, what a great thought process. If we avoid in what are all the areas we fail, then we can succeed. Means we can increase the probability of success in our life. And from that inspiration, I got today's title, that top 5 mistakes in our life. No, in terms of learning English. And most of the people, the learners who are trying to learn English communication skills, these are the top 5 mistakes they do in their life, and then they suffer the most. If you can avoid these top 5 mistakes from your learning curve when it comes to English communication skills, then you can change your communication skills and you can change your life as well. And that is what the main title for today's session is, top 5 mistakes. And if you can eliminate these mistakes from your life, then you can become very good communicator in your life. Okay, there is no doubt in that. And in my life, I have eliminated these 5 mistakes from my life. And that's why whatever I am today is because of elimination of these 5 mistakes. So let's see what are all the mistakes I'm going to talk about. And you might have also done these mistakes in your life, and that's why you are in my class now. And if you eliminate these mistakes, then you don't have to be in my class. Then you can go and do your own self-study. Okay, then let's start. What is the first mistake? So mistake number one is studying a very boring grammar. And we every time think that to speak perfect English and to speak very good English, then we need grammar. And then we by heart every grammar rule. There are thousands of grammar rules when to use is, was, is, has, she, it, and all like that. There are 100 number of rules. And then we learn and we by heart every rule by following a lot of YouTube channels. We join in different English communication skills classes, and then with the hope that this time this class will change my life like that and will change my communication skills like that. We join in different platforms. I know there are so many people before joining in my class, they joined and tasted so many other platforms. And then what exactly they found out that they are becoming very good at in remembering the grammar rules, but not speaking good. What exactly the biggest mistake is? We feel like grammar is very much needed to speak English fluently and confidently, and for that reason we always try to remember the grammar rules and we fail to speak. Why? Because the moment of speaking and all, now I'm speaking, if I start thinking about what sentence I should frame and what grammar rule to be applied and all, then I may not speak confidently and fluently with in this manner. I have to think. I'm going to speak about future. Future will come with a will and place verb and adverb. These are all makes you lag, and people will hate your speaking, and they don't connect with you and they don't relate with you because you sound like a artificial, not natural. And that is the biggest problem. Most of the time, I see so many people think more and then speak because they feel like they want to use all the grammar rules, whatever they have by hearted in the school, and then they try to speak with that grammar rules. But one thing I want to tell you that's the biggest mistake number one when it comes to improving communication skills. You already know some basic grammars, what is past, present, and future. You might have studied in your intermediate 10th class, 6th class, 5th class, all your entire education. And then again, now also, if you are again reading the same basics of grammar and all, then you will never move forward. So mistake number one, which most of the people do when coming to learning English and English communication skills, they always prioritize the grammar, and most of the time they join in grammar class only. Again, they will not see much improvement. They'll become very good at in where to use what, but they fail to use while speaking. So that's a mistake number one. And most of the people have fear also because of grammar only. When it comes to English, most of the people have the fear because of grammar. Because I still remember my school days and all. Every time I used to have a lot of fear when it comes to grammar classes and all. And then I used to skip my class also, but again I used to get punishment from my teacher. So these are all the things you should keep it in mind. And now onwards, don't worry about grammar. Studying boring grammar is the biggest mistake most of the English learners do. And then next, let's move to the second rule. Before moving to the second mistake, I would like to ask few questions that will reveal everything about whether this statement is valid or not. Okay, I am telling you grammar is not needed to speak confidently and fluently. Then whether it is true or not, I will only ask you with few questions. Then with that answers, then you will get some clarity. So I have a few questions, very simple questions. It's not exam and all. Don't leave the class. It's a simple questions for you. Don't have to give the answer also. At least you think in your own way, answer and all in your own mind. First question is, you learned grammar first or language first? Means speaking. When you learned your mother tongue. Now we have people from
Language.
across.
Language.
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 Language
Speaking.
only.
And
Language.
Language.
Language
you
first.
learned speaking,
Language.
and then you joined in school. There in third class or fourth class, they started teaching the grammar of, some people are from Telugu states and in the Marathi, Tamil, Kannada, all people. Okay, don't feel anything if I miss your mother tongue. So yeah,
Gujarati also.
Gujarati also. Thank you. Yes. So see here, answer, the answer is we started learning speaking first and then we get to know. Sometimes we don't even know grammar also, certain languages and all. Now, if you come to Hyderabad, most of the people speak in Hindi and they don't know how to write also. They don't know how to, there is no grammar rules and all. They don't even know that grammar exists in Hindi and all. But they are very confident speakers, right? They speak very confidently and they speak normally. When just within a matter of 1 or 2 years, they'll learn Hindi speaking skills, and then they'll start communicating with the local people, shopkeepers and different vendors. How? No grammar, right? They don't even know grammar rules exist, and they don't even know how to read and write also, but still they started speaking, right? So that's the first. And this statement will prove that grammar is not needed to improve your and first mistake with the first question. And let's move to the second question. Did your parents teach how to speak your mother tongue using grammar? No, right?
No,
No,
sir.
They did
no,
not
sir.
say this is the
No.
past,
No.
this is the
No,
future,
no,
this is a
no.
sentence
No,
and
no,
verb
No,
and
sir.
adverb and
No,
all. You
no.
don't even know. You just started repeating whatever they started saying, and then you got to know what is right and what is wrong. And then sometimes they laugh while you are speaking some mistakes, but you also laughed by looking at their laugh. And then slowly you observed, and then it reached. You took nearly 4 years or 3 years to reach to that level of speaking basic good language in your own mother tongue. And then you keep on learning different things as you started listening more and more words and all. Then that's how you learned. So now you understand, right? They did not teach you the language by using grammar. Then this question also will prove that first mistake. Okay, that mistake what we are doing. And then let's move to the next question. Third question. Do you want to get good grades in English, or do you want to speak fluently?
Speak fluently.
I want to speak fluently.
Speak fluently, right?
Speak fluently.
So
Always speaks fluently.
unless until you are going for abroad and wanting to write IELTS and TOEFL exam, that's a different story. But I also still surprised, like there are in the past some of the people joined in my class from America and UK also. Their English is very bad, but their TOEFL score and IELTS score is so good. So the tests and all grades will not decide your English communication skills. And one shocking thing and surprising thing for me was recently one person called, "Sir, do you provide any certificate for communication skills?" Tell me, where will you show your certificate? Okay. If you upload in the Google also in resume and all, if you are not able to speak properly in the interview, then it's the best way to get failed in interview, right? So worst thing people are nowadays doing that they are going behind the marks and grades and also the certificates and all. Certificates are just for there to prove that whether you are genuine or not, but the real proof is that you're speaking in the interview itself, and they will not believe the certificates and all. That means if you are not able to speak properly, even though you have mentioned you have got certified from English therapy by completing 3 months course, if you have that certificate but if you're not able to speak properly, then without thinking much they will simply reject you in the interview and they will eliminate you from that round. So, and I still remembered in my BTech first year, we have one lab called ELCS lab, English Language Communication Skills lab. And in that lab, I got O plus, okay, O grade. I got O grade. And when it comes to me speaking, I never spoke even single sentence. Also, in that entire 6 months of semester, I did not speak even single sentence on the stage. But still, I got O grade. And that doesn't mean that I'm very good communicator, right? So your grades and marks will not be the right proof for. And there, you might be good at in writing and all, but not good at in speaking. So be careful with that. And you want to speak very fluently and all. And for that, again, you don't need grammar. And then fourth one is, after studying grammar in school, did your mother tongue improve? You started improving your mother tongue before going to school itself, and after going, you get to know some of the things, and you hated that class itself, grammar rules class itself. You hated. You already know how to speak Telugu and all. Again, they started teaching what is past and present and all. Then you hate that subject. Why we need and all? Because you already know how to speak and what to speak. Then it's not needed. So that means after studying grammar in school, there was no improvement. It's not needed at all. So again, it proves that grammar is not needed for speaking in English. And then fifth one is, was your English grammar teacher fluent in speaking English? I still remember my 10th class grammar teacher. He never give any speech in English entire school days. I never saw him. And then I feel like, I don't know, maybe he knows speaking in English or not. Maybe he's very good at teaching grammar and all English subject, but not speaking in English. So this also proves, right? Not grammar. And if you see the people who are pioneer and PhD in grammar, and if you see the native English speaker and whose English looks more genuine and more real is native English speaker than the master in English grammar and all. So remember these things. And you came here for improving your communication skills in English while speaking. And for speaking in English and communicating in English, you don't require to know all the grammar rules and all. It's not needed. So this is the most of the people do this mistake of learning grammar every time, think that studying grammar gives them more and more results in terms of improving their communication skills. That's the biggest myth. And most of the people, they do marketing and all by taking your weakness as advantage, but that will not help you to improve yourself in confidence and in terms of fluency. Now, first mistake got proven that it's really a mistake, and which we have all the people have experienced in our lives. So let's move to the second mistake. So let's move to that second mistake is translation from mother tongue to English. And recently, most of the people are asking me, sir, how I am from Canada, how will you teach me English? To improve your English, you don't need Kannada, okay? And some of the people are saying that, sir, all in my area, most of the people from northern states are calling me and saying that, sir, do you know Hindi? I said, no, I don't know. Then how will you teach me, sir, English and all? Then I asked, why do I need to know Hindi to teach you English? I don't need. I am teaching the people without even knowing Hindi and other languages. I know only English and Telugu, but still I am able to help the people to improve their communication skills across the India. But people believed that translation is needed to improve communication skills. Now they don't know how to learn English communication skills without translation. That's the biggest problem nowadays. People are facing and asking me this one question repeatedly. I'm seeing every time. How will you translate and how will you tell? Guys, you don't need translation to improve your communication skills. And this is the biggest. And I'll tell you a very funny example also. You might have seen any English movies which dubbed into Telugu, right? Have you seen any English movies which was dubbed in Telugu or in your own mother, in your regional languages?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How they sound like, you don't even get interest also. They will say each and every textbook sentences you have seen, right? Textbook sentences they speak. Whatever we study in our Telugu or in your regional language books, they use the similar words, and then we speak like, why these people are speaking with that accent and with that system and all, you feel, right? Huh. So when you improve your communication skills in English with the translation method, you sound like a dubbing movie, not the real movie. So, and you can decide, most of the dubbing movies will not work in different places. That's why nowadays people understood that dubbing is not working, and instead of that they started making the concept called pan India movies. And now they are shooting the all the scenes and all in every language, and then they are not dubbing and all, they are again making the recreating the films in different languages. Why? Because dubbing will not have the emotion. You may understand the storyline and all, but connecting with the people, connecting with the emotions and all will not work. And I still surprised that some of my great people watch a lot of web series and all. Yeah, I feel very happy. If you watch some of the web series who are from English related other languages and all, at least try to watch them in their own language so that you learn that language over the period of time. But the sad thing is they watch in Telugu language, and then especially in my friends I'm talking about, they watch in their language, and then what is you get out of that? You are maybe thinking that entertainment and all, but why to waste that time? Instead, if you watch that entire web series in English, maybe you would have improved your communication skills in English. Maybe you might get to know some new words and new phrases and all. So guys, don't try to translate while speaking. Also, don't translate. I really experienced this in my intermediate. I till 10th class I studied in Telugu medium, and after that I joined in English medium. And with a full of hopes that because I was a topper in my school, I was expecting that I'll be topper again in the intermediate also, and I joined in English medium. And when I joined in English medium, then all the people started teaching in English only, that chemistry, physics, and maths and all. And I was good at in maths, but these people are teaching in English. There is not that much difference in maths because problems only, right? Numbers only. There is no much difference because we write same in Telugu in our language, and in English also. Two means two only. There is no other difference. Okay. So then when it comes to physics and chemistry, I studied as a Anuvulu, Paramanuvulu, like I know these things, Kana and I don't know in Hindi. I know Kana only. So in atoms or subatoms in English, when I get into the chemistry, physics class and all, I don't know what they mean. And I started knowing, and I started maintaining Telugu dictionary to read every word Telugu to English, and then I started, oh, this is subatom means like this, and atom means this is what, and nucleus. And I started trying to write entire my textbook with all the Telugu translation. Means I'm writing one Telugu physics book, Telugu intermediate physics book, by reading all the words and then writing. And right, people will come after 1 2 weeks once they admit you in the hostel. And my brother-in-law came, who was at that time doing the job, and I was telling that brother-in-law, like I'm feeling so much difficulty in writing all the things, and sometimes I'm not knowing the exact meanings. So can you please guide me how I can write in the best way in a Telugu and all like that? I asked. Then he immediately scolded me. Why do you need to understand those things in Telugu? But how do I know if I don't know in Telugu meaning that what exactly we call in English and all? You go and ask any English medium person what they call in Telugu atom and all. They don't know. In their mind, they have the picture of atom, but not the meaning of the atom. And this is what the mistake we do in our lives, that we always try to remember the meaning but not the image. And because of that, your communication skills lag. There is a lag in your communication skills. Why? Because there is a word and then you convert that into English and then you speak. The translation takes a lot of time and you'll never be fluent and you don't sound like a natural speaker. And translation is something. On the day I decided that okay, now onwards I'm not going to write anything in Telugu, and then I started reading in and understanding in English only. And then I somehow got a good score in my intermediate and BTech, but I started understanding in English but not in speaking. So that's a one more problem which I faced over the period of time. But now you got to know that translation is not needed to speak in English. And how did you learn your Telugu? By using what translation you learned your Telugu language? No translation. You directly learn the language itself. Same with English also. You can learn directly without any translation. Clear? This is a mistake number 2. Most of the English learners do. They translate the sentences. Don't do translate. Think in English only. Okay. And then next mistake number 3. Studying English as a subject, not as a language. Yeah. Yes. So English is a subject in our school days, in college days also. That's the biggest mistake education system has done, labeling English as a subject. And then whenever we studying any subject, take example of physics. When you are reading any physics, you need to do analysis. You need to understand and interpret and all. You need to remember the rules and formulas and you need to apply and all. There are so many complex things will be there when it comes to subject. But language is something, a natural expression of a human being. Okay, it's something we express through language, our feelings and emotions. And there, if you put formulas and then applications and examples and all, then your mind gets very, it feels very difficult and it feels very complex. And then he ate the subject itself. The mind hate the subject itself. And this is the biggest problem. And I still remember when my English teacher was teaching English to us, then he wrote one sentence. Okay, Rama eat 5 apples. And then he started rounding all the words and then started, dissecting entire sentence into what, sentence it is and what is the Rama means noun and what is the eat means, verb, and then what is the mango is object and all. He started writing everything. And by the end of 45 minutes, entire board filled with Rama, 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 nothing else. Okay. And then I feel like what to remember and how to remember these things. I feel very confused and I feel like why we, and I feel like okay, I should remember entire board to speak Rama eats mango and all. But after that I get to know that it's not needed. So this is the problem which we do in our life, that we try to read English as a subject, not as a language. So make sure that English is a language like other languages and all. You are from different now. We are, some people speak in our class 4 or 5 languages. How did they know those are the languages? And they never studied and all. Just some people learned English, their other language, by simply watching movies itself. And now they understand other language and they speak also a little bit that language. And some people speak very fluent also. Why? Because they never studied that subject, that language as a subject. They simply used that words to express their feelings in the other language. That's why they became very good at in that. So this is the one more common mistake most of the people do. They study English as a subject, but language is a fun, but subject is something, it's a pain. So most of the time we avoid the pain, right? That's why we all avoid the English speaking and English itself. And that's why you are all in my class. You are creating the business for me, but you don't have to. If you know, if you have the right mindset, you can simply enjoy this process of learning language, especially in English. Okay. This is a mistake number 3. And let's move to the mistake number 4. What it could be, I don't know. Let's see. Trying to speak perfect English from the day one itself. And there are some people buy the books that how to speak perfect English in 30 days, 21 days, 7 days, 3 days, 1 day workshop, 3 hours workshop and all. And everybody fool you at the end of the 3 hours and at the end of 3 months. Even myself also, I'm fooling you that 3 months and all, but telling you that you can't speak perfect English. And sometimes you can't speak your own mother tongue also perfect. How can you expect that you speak foreign languages in a perfect way and all? So guys, don't have any unnecessary expectation that I should speak perfect English. Otherwise, I don't want to speak at all. If you're not trying to speak English, then you'll never be perfect. And there is no concept called perfect English and all. I don't see any time. There is always excellence is there. You can excel yourself one step to other step every time to improve in a certain aspect. But if you want to try something for the first time, how can you be perfect in certain things when you are doing something for the first time and all? You'll never be. Think of any skill which I've learned. Initially, you are a dumb in that field, and after that, slowly, with the relentless efforts, and you improved that skill. And same with English as well. And I'll tell you one simple example. Yesterday, one person called, okay, from Chhattisgarh. And then she started speaking first in English, sir. My name is so and so. I'm from so and so place. And she asked me, sir, do you know my Hindi language? I said no. And then she asked her, sir, do you know Telugu? And she said, yes, I know Telugu. And then she started speaking in Telugu, whatever she said. She is staying in Andhra Pradesh, and she started speaking in Telugu. While speaking Telugu, she was doing some mistakes, but she's not concerned about that. She's trying to speak, whether whatever the small English, Telugu she know. She started speaking with me in Telugu, and I am understanding whatever. And when I asked her to speak in English, then she started feeling like, no, I should not make any mistakes while speaking, and I should speak perfect English. Now I'm not able to speak perfect English. It's better I don't speak in English itself. What kind of logic it is? Same language, right? Here it's English, it's Hindi and all Telugu. You don't have any problem with Telugu when you are doing mistakes and all, when you are not speaking perfect Telugu, but still you are trying to speak with me in Telugu. Then what is the problem with you when it comes to speaking in English? Because our grammar teachers, our teachers made us don't speak anything wrong in English. And with that fear, we always avoid making mistakes while speaking. But in that process, we ignored speaking itself because we have a fear of making mistakes. And then with that fear of making mistakes, then we don't want to speak itself. And that's why we always want somebody to train us, guide us to improve English language and all. That's the biggest mistake. So trying to speak perfect English, perfectionism not exist. Every time you can improve. And I myself never consider myself as a perfect English. I don't feel also. And I'm not having any unrealistic expectation that I should speak perfect English in front of the people and all. I speak whatever the things which I want to convey. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. I try to speak in my class. I try to speak wherever I go also in English only. And there is no problem for me. And I never had this unrealistic expectation that I should speak perfect English, 100% English and all. That's a one more mistake most of the beginners will do, that they want to speak perfect English and they want to speak like a fluent English and they want to look like a native speaker. But remember, you are not able to speak your own mother tongue also perfectly and all. So many people say that, sir, I can speak in Telugu very well, but I can't speak in English. If I ask you to speak for next 5 minutes in Telugu without making mistakes and all, still you will struggle. In Telugu also for 5 minutes of speaking, in your own mother tongue also, you struggle a lot to speak 5 minutes. And that you born and brought up with the same, that language only, that mother tongue only, with that language only you have some problem to speak 5-10 minutes continuously by maintaining certain flow and using your body language and all. How can you expect you become very excellent in foreign language? It's never happens. So understand this one more thing. Don't have any bad expectations from you. That expectations will lead to disappointment. Obviously, you will never reach to that expectation of speaking perfect English. Every time when you fail to meet your expectation, then you get disappointment. Once you get disappointment, then you feel demotivated and discouraged, and you don't want to do again in your life. So that's a mistake number 4. And let's move to next mistake. Mistake number 5. What it is? Cramming. Ready-made translate sentences. Cramming nothing but by hearting. Remembering 100 sentences. 100 most commonly used sentences. 5 most frequently used sentences. These things and all people unnecessarily by heart. When you by heart something, then you don't express it naturally and fluently. And how can you put ocean of language into 100 most frequently used words and all? I don't know. And that's why people buy some books. They're English in one page and Telugu in other page, and they read one after the other. And Hindi is in one page and English in other page. By the end of the day, you become good translator, but not good speaker. And when it comes to by hearting and all, you will be good at in remembering the things, but not in speaking. By hearting and all will not work. And don't by heart. And okay, if you have the ability to by heart, how many sentences will you by heart? Tell me. How many days will you by heart? There are thousands of sentences are there which in different variations and all. How can you speak fluently and confidently with the by heart method? So please don't by heart any sentence and all. Understand them, read them and understand them, but don't by heart. Okay, I should speak in this way and all. So that will not help you to grow in your life, especially in terms of English communication skills. So these are the 5 commonly made mistakes by every English learner. And I hope you have also done this in your life as well. And one more mistake, which I have not added, but most of the people are much concerned about accent and pronunciation and all. Arre man, first try to speak English first, and then slowly you can work on every area of your mistake, all the pronunciation and accent and all. But these people will start from English. First day they will watch, grammar rules, and next day how to speak like a native speaker and all. Why to sound like somebody else foreigner? You have your own mother tongue influence. You have your own beautiful voice. You can speak in that own accent. Your voice is unique in a lot of areas. And why are you trying to sound like a fake? And you might have seen, right? Some of the people try to fake their accent. And when they fake their accent, then you easily understand wow, you don't even feel emotionally connected also with those people. And it looks very ugly also when you change your accent in trying to impress the people and all. Learn to express yourself, then impressing and all is a byproduct. But most of the time, people always keep it in mind. I should impress the people with my English fluency and English accent and all. Then they fail to express. When they fail to express, then they will never get impressed. So understand these things. These are the mostly commonly used mistakes. Most of the time, people do, and I do still remember. And I when I was preparing this presentation, I recall my childhood days. Till 7th class, I studied in one school in my grandmother's home at that place. After that, I moved to new school. And the moment when I came to my home, where I started living with my parents, previously till 7th class, I used to live with my grandparents. And at the time, I changed my village and I have to change my school also. And my father given me 3 options to choose from 3 schools, and you can choose anything and we'll send you there. And in my old school, the strength was 20 members in my school. I was a topper at that time. And then again here also there are some schools available, 3 schools available, and one school with the 20 members, and one school with the 15 members, and one school with the 80 members strength. And my father asked what you like to choose. And this I said, right, 15 members school came to me with an offer that because I'm a topper, right, they know my marks and all. So in till 7th class they know my progress card and all, because they are from my village only. They know that Rakesh is a good student and all, and they want me to join in their school. They offered me free for next 3 years, 8th class, 9th class, 10th class. They told they will give for free. And my father and my mother was so happy that at least they will not spend, they don't have to spend much time, much money and energy to make me educated and all. But I told no, I don't want to go to that school, because if I don't study also, I know that I'll become topper in that school. I don't want to join in that school. And then they asked, okay, in which school you want to? I want to join in that school where 80 members are there, because you already know, right, how mad person I am. Every time I don't settle for small things, and I am always trying to be in uncomfortable places and all. So in the same way, I told to my parents that I will go to that school, and then I joined in my school, like okay, in my place. And there every day I have to travel 4 kilometers on cycle. And then my father also, do you want to ride every day cycle and all? I said I'm ready to, because it's exercise for me, like that I said. And then I went. When I joined in that school, I told a lot of things to my parents and all. Suddenly when I entered to that 80 members and all, I am looking like a young and they are looking like a intermediate students. They are very big in size and all. And I'm feeling like why I joined in this school like that. And I told my father a lot of things that I become topper here also like that. But after looking at those people, I lost my confidence. Already I'm in pain by looking at the sizes of my friends and all. And now on the first day of my school that day, an English teacher came and with a very big stick. And then he wrote on the board that first day and then grammar, and like that he started the class. And he was teaching me plus and minus and all additions and all. Then I was thinking, is it English class or any maths class? Like that, I thought. Then he taught next 1 week completely grammar, and he asked to put separate notes for grammar. And on the eighth day, he started asking us in the written way what formula need to be applied in the past tense and present tense and all. And I did not know that previously in my entire life. And I was unable to speak even single sentence also. Then he, for the first time in my previous school and all, nobody punished me because I was a very clever student and nobody punished me and all. Here this man asked me to tell all the 12 rules of grammar, and then he punished me. All people are looking at me. I feel like very embarrassed and ashamed. I started hating that subject and that teacher also, and every time he used to come and always ask me only questions, and I never answer, and people always laugh. But anyhow, I know how to get marks and all. I got good marks, and then after 6 months I became topper in that school also, and I proved my father that okay, I did it and all. So like that, think of that. When I'm thinking about that, I'm still getting the sweat while I was thinking about the situation, because that person made me that much fearful about that grammar and all. And with that, I really hated the grammar. I somehow in inter and all by hearted all the grammar rules, but still I was not that much confident speaker in English. So these are the mistakes which I done and in my life. After that, as I said, translation I did in my intermediate, and then I by hearted all the grammar rules, and then after that I got to know few sentences and all. And then I initially itself in my BTech, I tried to speak perfect English and never used to speak even single sentence also. So like that, and I used to read everything as a subject and all, but I failed. After that, I removed these mistakes with the help of Sandeep sir. He changed my perception towards English communication skills, and from there onwards, I never look back again in my communication skills. Now I became a communication skill trainer itself. So that's how, by eliminating these 5 mistakes, I became a good communicator. Now it's your turn as well. You eliminate these 5 mistakes from your life, and then you can also become good communicator. But that's not the end. So there is a twist here, and let's see what exactly the twist is and what exactly it required and all. Okay. So most of the time, whoever is calling me to join in my classes, most of the people are asking me this frequently question, like frequent question, that frequently asked question is that how much time do we need to speak fluently in English? And there is no answer for this question. Okay. So I have a very good quote for this to convey my message that the trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruits, the fruits which will give tastiest fruits and delicious fruits. And it depends on the trees and it depends on the environment and all. But generally, how much time do we need to speak fluently means I have a story to tell you. Every time people who are always concerned about how much time do we need to speak fluently and all, I have a very good story to tell you. So before telling the story, I would like to tell that the less you focus on the end result, the quicker it will come, or your results will come. And how? Let's start the story. There was a young man who lived in a village and wanted to go and meet his master. And then he traveled so far to meet his great master. And the day when he met the grandmaster, he traveled so long by train journey, bus journey, and walk and all. Somehow, after so many days of walking and traveling, he finally met his guru, his great master. And as soon as he met his great guru, the first question he asked was, "How much time it will take for me to become as like you? How much time it will take for me to become like you?" Then the master replied that it will take 5 years time to become like you. It will take 5 years time to become like me. And then immediately the student was shocked and told that it is too long for me. I will put double hard work. I will put double hard work. I will do as much as I can hard work. How much time it will take for me to become like you? Then this time master immediately without even thinking told it will take 10 years. Then this person got shocked. I am telling I will put double efforts here to improve, to become like you. But why it became double years? Like previously 5 years you told, and now it's 10 years. How come it is? And he said it's too long for me. It's very, very, very far time span for me to improve. Then he told, okay, listen now. I will work day and night. Okay, I will put my efforts day and night. Every night I will extra do hard work, and then we'll try to become like you. How much time it will take? Then this time he told 15 years. And then he got frustrated and he got anger and asked, every time I'm telling you I'm ready to put more efforts and energy, then why are you increasing the duration and all? Then master smiled and told, because you have two eyes and one eye is on destination and only one eye is on the journey. And if you are having one eye is on the destination and only one eye is working in the process, then it definitely will take more time than required. If you keep your both eyes in the journey and on the process, then you can improve much faster than what you think. But most of the people are always worried about the end goal, and they skip and they hate the process. And those who hate the process and only attracted by the end goal will never reach to the end goal in a less time. So understand there are two approaches to learn anything. One is a result oriented and process oriented. And whenever you are approaching with a result oriented, most of the our entire education system is a result oriented. By the end of the education system, because all that driven by the result oriented, but you got only marks as a result, but nothing else more than that. But when it comes to process oriented, then definitely you can get a great results at the end of the day. But mostly our education system will not encourage us to focus on the process. They'll always concern about the marks. By hook or crook, you should get 100 out of 100. It doesn't matter whether you cheat or copy, whether you understand the topic or not. They don't care at all. But at the end, they want 100 out of 100 and they want to put your photo on the flexi and all. But you may have 10 by 10 also, but you may not get the job nowadays. Why? Because you always concerned about the result, but not the process. You have never practiced and learned any skill. And nowadays, job market is for the people who have the skills, not having good marks. So try to be process oriented. The process will definitely give you the confidence and gives you the clarity in your life. And that gives you the skills which you can use it and get the job, and you can create your own jobs also. So these are all things. And guys, don't ask anybody how much time, why are you joining from past 3 months, 6 months and all. It's not your job, okay? And there is no fixed date. Some people can take years also. Some people take 3 months, 1 month, 2 years, 1 year. It depends on them. So don't have any urgency that I want to speak like a pro and fluent speaker and all within 1 month and 2 months. Then I will tell you, if you have that mindset, please change it. If you are not able to change it, then you will suffer a lot. You have that hunger, right? You have hunger to speak very fluently within 3 months from past 20 years onwards, but still you are suffering with the same problem only. Getting? Huh. Instead of that, just eliminate that process. It's not possible to improve within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months and all. It's a lifetime. It's a lifetime process. That's why I call it as, okay, I call it as a marathon. It's a marathon. And when it comes to marathon and all, there is no, like if you see marathon and all, you can think that there are running competitions and there is a sprint. Sprint can be completed within minutes and all. Marathon will take a lot of time. When you are in the process of marathon, try to participate and let it take as much as it takes. And you think of lifestyle, okay, to improve your communication skills in English, and what you need is a new lifestyle. What exactly the new lifestyle you should adapt? I will tell you. With this, you can help you to improve your communication skills. Is focus here. Solution for all your problems in terms of communication skills, in terms of your attitude also. So now I'm going to introduce the new lifestyle, which will definitely 100% will help you to improve your communication skills. I am the byproduct of this lifestyle. Okay. Whatever you are whatever you are listening, right, in my communication skills and all, I am the byproduct of this new lifestyle, which I changed in my life. And then now you can see the results. Same for you also, same applicable for you also. Let's see what exactly the new lifestyle which you should adapt now onwards to improve your communication skills without all the other methods which I mentioned, mistakes and all. Without those, how you can improve your communication skills. First and foremost thing is thinking. Start thinking in English now onwards. So far you might be thinking in your mother tongue and all. It's okay, that's great. I'm not discouraging and decreasing the value of any language and all. I have huge respect for my own mother tongue and all the other languages also. But the recently when I posted in Instagram also, one person texted in Telugu that why you have the lot of shameful feeling when it comes to speaking in your mother tongue. Why can't you speak in your mother tongue and all? Yeah, I love to speak in Telugu, but there are no jobs when I'm trying to speak in Telugu, they are not taking me in the jobs and all. So there are some things, and now we are living in the global market. Now global market is something run by the common language. That common language is English now. And previously and all, you can use to speak in your mother tongue and all, it used to work. But you have ability to speak multiple languages, then why can't you improve? So you are not disrespecting your language by learning other language. It's like you are becoming better in learning new language, and that helpful for you to become to grow in your life. So start think in English. And in my case, I I don't know when I think in Telugu and all. Most of the time, every time I think in English only, and I do self-talk in English only. So that is something which I adapted in my life, and that really helped me so much to improve my communication skills. So start thinking in English consciously initially. Okay, you should do it consciously. Okay, now onwards I should think in English like that. You will be telling always. After some days, automatically you will start thinking in English only. That really helped me so much to improve my communication skills. Then it will helpful for you also. Okay, while walking on the road, you look at the board and then describe the board, and look at the tree and describe the tree in English, and I'll try to do that. Then automatically you will become better at, and you will get new words and new sentences and all, so that you will be able to speak okay in English. And then second one is reading in English. You might be getting a lot of mails and messages and so many different things you read every day. And apart from that, reading different easy and fun books, which where you can enjoy reading at the same time you are reading them in English. So try to read in English as much as you can, and then that really helps you to fill your brain with English content. The moment when you fill your English mind with English content, then it is easier for you to speak in English confidently and fluently. So this is the one thing. Now onwards, start read. Okay, I think all the people who ever join in my class get the reading habit in their lives. So I hope this will change your life itself, not just communication skills. And start reading in English, so that that will help you to improve your communication skills. And then next one is a listening. You can listen to podcast, audiobooks, or anything which is related about anything, about any concepts and all. Try to listen them in English, because you are joining in this class to improve your communication skills in English. So I would suggest you to listen as much as. Why listening is so important means, the people who are very good listeners are the good speakers. And if you go and check, some of the not some, most of the deaf people can't speak. The deaf people are the ones who are dumb, because they have never listened. They did not have that listening capability. That's why they never listened and they never spoke. How you spoke in the initial time and all, when your mothers or father, everybody is speaking and all, at that time you started listening them very repeatedly. Then you started producing the sound. And listening helps you so much to improve your communication skills, and especially listening to good content will help you to improve your attitude and lifestyle also. So that's why I have suggested so many podcast channels, and also audiobook links I shared already. And new people, don't worry, your batchmates and old members will share it with you. You can watch them and listen them. Okay, listening is very important. Now onwards, instead of listening to music or songs in your language, try to adapt to the new lifestyle where you listen to the audiobooks or podcast, because why to waste the time? You can improve your English. At the same time, you can improve your knowledge also in wide variety of areas. Okay. Then next one is speaking. As I said, don't wait to become perfect and all in terms of speaking. Now we have a speaking buddy activity. There you are seeing in the main room, everybody is asking, is anyone free to talk? Is anyone free to talk? Then start speaking. Wherever you go, start speaking in English, not just in speaking buddy activity. Every time, whenever there's a chance for you to speak in English, it doesn't matter. Go and try, speak in English, and fail if it is sometimes, then come back and then I will help you. Don't worry. Don't have the fear of failure and all. Go and try. Doesn't matter. People will judge and all. It's okay. Let them judge. Their judgments will not, decide our future and all. Because lot of people judged me, but now I'm training so many people now. Okay. Yes. Next, watching. And a lot of times the people nowadays in every places, people are watching Big Boss and comedy shows and all. What is there to watch somebody else's life? People tell me, worst concept, Big Boss. And if anybody Big Boss lovers are there, please stop watching Big Boss and all. Don't watch any serials and all. Your life is so beautiful than everybody else's life, but only thing is you are not watching your own life. Instead of, you are stacking everybody's life and thinking that everybody's life is good only except my life, like that you are getting these kind of thoughts. But the worst thing is, no, your life is far more better than so many people who are living around you. But only problem is we always try to compare with the people. There is no connection at all between us and them, and we always feel insecure and inferior that their lives are beautiful and all. But they will only show you the bright side. When you're watching in the reels and movies and all, they will only show you the bright side of their life, and they don't show all the other sides. So guys, instead of watching such unnecessary, unwanted things and I'll try to watch the things, whatever I suggested, YouTube channels I suggested with my lot of experience and with my lot of research. I come across such kind of YouTube channels which helped me so much to improve my communication skills. Not just English, videos and all. Stop following all the English videos, whatever you're watching previously before joining in my class. That there are some people are there in different YouTube. People follow me now. Also, I don't know why they are following me in Instagram and all, but they follow me. They expect that I may teach them in English within 30 seconds reels and 60 seconds reel. I am not going to teach. It's not possible for me to teach in 30 seconds, 15 seconds and all. I don't want to change my teaching style for the audience and all. Now you are listening to me, right? From past 1 hour. Then how can I teach all these things within 30 seconds reel and 60 seconds reel? It's not possible for me. So let them follow, and some people are following and unfollowing. I've never asked anybody to follow also. Yeah, go any place, you will never find I am asking anybody to follow my Instagram page and all. I don't like, but still they follow, and after a few days they only again unfollow. What kind of people, I don't know, they are. So start now onwards watching the videos which I suggested, where you can improve your knowledge. I will tell you one simple thing, don't get feel and all. In America, even dog also speak in English only, but dog will not have the value. Why? Because you should have the knowledge, and that knowledge only comes by consuming the right content in English. And combination of knowledge in English will have the value nowadays, but not just speaking in English doesn't make you different. And even a lot of people also speak English in America. Every beggar also speak in English only. But what made the difference is the knowledge in English makes the difference, and what you consume makes the difference. And that's why I am asking you to consume the right content that will shape your mind and your thoughts and your psychology. Everything will change, and with that you will feel very happy and you will lead your life happily. So watching activity, and then writing. Now there is a beautiful opportunity to express your feelings by journaling and by writing in English, but only few people are doing it whenever I am asking them to do, but they are not doing otherwise. So feedback writing is something where you can express your thoughts and feelings. Not only about feedback writing, you can write anything, whatever you want to share about your day and all. So I'm writing my diary every day, and I'm feeling so happy while writing and all. I'm feeling like I can be a writer also. Soon I'll be writing my own book, me going to become author and all. So every day I'm writing at least 1-2 pages. That is helping me. That skill of writing is helping me to become author, and maybe with that also I can become even more famous to publish my own book about my own life. Then it is going to give some more pride and so many opportunities outside. So maybe I'm writing every day 1 page and all, but that can lead to writing the book itself. Think of like that. So now onwards, whether I'm checking or not, whether I'm asking or not, try to write at least 1 page that is good for you. Write in your notes instead of typing and all. You can type also, but I would recommend writing. You spend nearly 2-3 years to write, to improve your writing skills, right, in your childhood time. And nowadays if you don't write, you will lose that skill. So better you have a writing skill, because when it comes to writing, your brain neurons are connected much. Okay, your prefrontal cortex neurons are connected with your writing. So if you are writing, means your prefrontal cortex neurons get activated. And those of you who are not understanding what I'm speaking, then watch my psychology sessions. All people will share the links and all. Okay. And next, meditation. And you may be surprised why I need meditation and all to speak English. And nowhere people mention meditation in any classes. I have joined in a lot of English class and all. People never mention meditation and all. I don't know about others and all, but when it comes to me improving my communication skills, initially when I was learning my communication skills, I used to do 2 times per day meditation, in the morning and in the evening. Maybe because of the meditation only I improved. I don't know. I am mentioning reading, writing, listening, watching and all. But at that time, along with this, I was also doing meditation every day. Maybe because of meditation, I got benefit out of reading and listening and watching and speaking. And if I'm not telling this meditation that as activity for you, then if you only follow reading, writing, listening, speaking, then if you don't get a result, then I'm doing injustice to you, because I've not only followed those 4, I've also followed meditation also in my day, in my life at that time. And that's why I reached to this level in terms of speaking in English. And if you only follow those 4 but not doing meditation, then I don't know whether you will get the results or not. That's why it's better. I'm telling I improved from not able to speak even single sentence to now I can speak hours of hours and days also without getting exhausted. And during that process, I followed something. and I should tell what I followed, right? And if I'm not sharing everything what I followed, if I miss some things, then if you don't get the result, then I am doing injustice to you. That's why I've done meditation at that time to improve my communication skills. Now also I do, because meditation activates every area of your brain, and that makes your brain so soft to grasp everything. For you, it may take 1 hour to read one page, but for me, it will hardly take 10 minutes to read. Why? Because my brain is so sharp now. How my brain became so sharp? Because I do meditation. Meditation is a physical activity for your brain. And if you do meditation, then your brain gets stronger. And if your brain is stronger and very calm, then you can learn and grasp anything very easily and instantaneously. And then exercise. Okay. So, yeah, where is the connection to the muscle and the brain and all? Like you may ask, but there is a connection. But I don't want to get into the psychology aspects and brain aspects. You watch my previous presentations, you get to know the connections and all. But let me tell you, at the time I used to go for everyday, 8 kilometers, okay, for walk. Morning 1.5 hour, evening 1.5 hour. Every time whenever I go for walk, I used to listen to the audiobooks. And I felt like maybe by listening to audiobooks I improved, but I also followed walking activity at the time while listening. Maybe combination of both only maybe will work, I don't know. That's why I'm telling you, I used to do exercises in terms of home workouts. At the same time, I go for walk every time. Whenever I go for walk, I listen to the audiobook. That's what helped me. And the last one is writing the vocabulary plus revising the vocabulary. So to express your feelings, you need to know what word is required to express it and all. And that's where I started writing. Nearly I written around 1,000 words in one notes. Okay, every day writing 3 words, 3 words, 4 words, 5 words, something like that. I started writing them and I started revising them slowly, slowly. After writing so much of vocabulary and revising, then I improved so many areas, and I can speak on any topic now without struggling for vocabulary and words, because I've practiced and revised and written the vocabulary. It's a painful process. Writing vocabulary and all painful process. But remember this one line: no pain, no gain. Whatever you gain without pain, that will not last for a long time. Whatever you get easily will not give you the value. Nowadays, everybody is using Instagram, right? But not everybody is getting success in their life. So the reason is because it's a very easy thing to do. So vocabulary revision is a painful thing, but nowadays, as I said, we have already started vocabulary in our classes, except 9 p.m. batch. And now I have also introduced a new technique that every time whenever you're having the speaking buddy activity, ask the other person what 3 words they learned in their session, and you share what words you learned in your session if you are from different batches. If you are from same batch, also ask them what word we learned today and what is the meaning, and then can you create one sentence on it. But don't ask them like an interview, and don't make them feel scared and all. Okay, they'll never call you again and they'll never speak with you. Just ask them friendly. If they tell, it's okay. If they don't tell also, it's okay. But oh, why can't you remember today only you learned, right, and all? Don't counsel them and don't lecture them and all. It's okay. Some people forget. Let them revise and all. But at last, you should revise them daily. Anyhow, in the class I will be revising every time, but from your end also revise. Apart from that also, you can learn some more words, but don't learn every day 15 20 words. You will not remember anything. Learn slowly, small, and then you will improve slowly, slowly. Okay. And very important, which is something, a game changer about everything what I mentioned here: habit tracking, which I am doing from my end every day. Okay, about your habits, by submitting, like you are all having that habit report Google form link, right? So there, submit. If you are not doing anything also, it's okay, submit them. Okay, then you can change your life. That this lifestyle will bring into the new life. You will completely get into the new life, and that's why a lot of people says that joining English therapy is a life transformation experience. Why? By doing all these things, nobody will stop you. Okay, to change your life, you can automatically change is the byproduct of our English therapy class. In every area you will change, not in just one English communication. Every area will change by following these things. So this is something I want to tell you about new lifestyle which you should follow from now onwards. This will give you the great results in your life. And then one important thing I want to tell you, that very important, sometimes you may tired, you may feel exhausted, you may occupied with 100 things, you may not get the time to do all the activities and all. My sincere request is, don't criticize yourself, don't scold yourself, don't tell that you are a very complete idiot and loser, you have not done anything and all. It's okay, accept that today you have not got the time. it's okay. Tomorrow try to do it. Tomorrow also did not get, then do it. But if you start postponing for long enough, then you will not do. That's not good idea. But on the day, if you are occupied with something, don't criticize yourself. My sincere request, I have seen a lot of people criticizing themselves, scolding themselves, and feeling shameful and all, and feeling embarrassed and all. Put zero if you're not doing anything also. But don't feel shameful and don't feel loser and all. It will take some time. As I said, communication skill is a marathon game, not any short term short put and all, or sprint and all. Okay, sprint running and all. It will be like a lifetime game. It's a lifetime game. 1 or 2 days acceptable in a month. Okay, but every day you are not doing but still feeling and all, it's not good for you. You will not improve. Do it by prioritizing these things. On certain days there could be other high priority things will be there. On that day, just give the break and then again come back doing the activities. But don't feel bad, don't feel ashamed, and don't scold yourself. This is something very bad thing you are doing nowadays, I could see. And a lot of people are feeling like they are losers. So don't do that. It's not good for you. Feel happy if you are at least doing one thing, also do it and then feel happy about it. And one thing, remember, in this process you may feel tired, you may feel exhausted. Every time you, if you feel tired, learn to take the rest but not to give up. Most of the time when they feel tired and all, they try to give up the things. And when you give up the things, then definitely you will never go to the top level where you want to reach. Instead, take the break, 1 or 2 days, take the break and then come back and then do the things with full of force and all. But people unable to manage the things for 2 days and 3 days, and they feel very bad, and then they are not joining. Today you might have seen I have removed so many people from the groups and all. Why they are not joining? They told me they will come back again within 1 week and all. They are not able to come back because outside world is much more attractive than this English therapy if you miss for more days. So, and but it's attractive in the present moment, but you will see the real pain in the future. Guys, with immaturity, don't leave the class. You don't know what kind of opportunities you are missing in this class. You simply are, I would say, you are immature if you are leaving this class without completing certain months. I will feel very very bad for you and sad for you. You may think and all anything, oh, this class only not, but I know what I provide from this class, what value I add to the people's lives and all, I know. That's why I'm telling you. So don't leave the class before experiencing the full English therapy by just joining 1 week, 2 days, 3 days and all. That's why I don't give demo classes of English therapy. So this is a one thing. And I want to tell you, when it comes to taking the rest and not doing and all, understand this concept called empathy versus discipline. Okay, I've already explained this concept in the previous classes, empathy versus discipline. Empathy means, suppose you are going through some kind of health issues and you are having some family problems and you are having some any different reasons could be there. Because of that, you are not able to do for 1 or 2 days. I am having very big heart to understand your feelings and problems and everything I can understand. But if you are not informing me, then my monkey mind will think in a negative way only about you. Remember that. I am very optimistic thinker and positive thinker. When, if you give me the reason why you are not joining the class, why you have not submitted the habit report and all. But if you are not telling me the reason and all, I am also human being. I also think in a negative way. I think very badly about somebody else in a negative way. Immediately, the next thing will come that these people are not interested, and then I'll remove you from the class itself. But if you tell me why you have not done, why you have not joined the class and all, then I feel and understand your pain. Then I will support you also if I can do anything from my end. But without informing me, I am not the God to read your mind and to read your problems and all. So that's the one thing I want to tell you. I can be empathetic, but when you are taking the advantage of my empathy and all, every time you are coming, sir, this is and the reasons and all, then you will not improve. What needed to improve in any area is discipline. So try to balance both empathy and discipline, then only we will be. And you may be seeing that I will put a lot of strict rules and all, but sometimes I understand, I let go of few people if they don't follow certain rules and all, because I need to manage. Otherwise, if I'm completely hardcore strict person, then I will not run this class properly. Guys, why are you leaving? Suddenly, why class strength reduced? Oh,
Suddenly struck it, sir.
stuck.
Yeah.
I got shocked. Fine. Let it again come back. Now, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Last 5 minutes. Let's listen. Very important. The climax. Okay. So that's one thing you understand. Empathy versus discipline. You can be empathetic, but discipline is very much needed. And in terms of I'm talking to the parents also, you can be strict and make your son and discipline and all, but sometimes you should also understand their pain and all. And one day he's saying that he's feeling stomachache and all, then you can feel empathetic with him, and then you can tell him that you can stay better in the home itself today, don't go to school. But every day he's staying, I'm having stomachache, headache, and all the X and all, then one day you lose your patience, right? Then you'll scold him and you'll beat him, and then you'll drag him and put him in the bus and then in the school, and then you'll come back. So why? Because you know that if he's not going, if he don't go to school, then you knows that what will be the consequence of his future and all. You are that much great mother and father in your own somebody else's life, but why can't you be same disciplined person in your own life to improve your own skills? Okay, so you're also doing the same thing. Like, you are not saying that I'm having stomachache and all, but the reasons which you tell me all look like that only. Okay. So I can understand one or two times, but every time you're coming with the reasons and all, it's okay. Maybe you're having every time also, but tell me, I will understand. But at the same time, maintain your own discipline. That is very much needed. And one more thing is, every time people try to fix the effect, not the cause. Means if you go to doctor, if you go to doctor, and then suddenly you are suffering with the diabetes, you are suffering with the diabetes, you went to doctor, and then he given you the medicine. He given you the medicine. By taking the medicine, you may feel little less pain in terms of diabetes and all. You can see less symptoms in a diabetes. But he will also tell few more things, that don't eat sugar, don't eat this food and all like that. Because the real root cause of your diabetes in that food habits only. And without controlling your food habits, if you are only trying to control the diabetes and all, means you are trying to fix the effect, not the cause. If you are trying to work on the effect, then definitely I will tell you, you will be, that effect will become even more worse. So understand here, when it comes to speaking English also, trying to speak perfect English and all will be the effect. And what is a cause means the habits. If you work on the habits, then automatically your communication will be developed without any doubt. And I am the proof of it. And you see here, there are so many people also there who are all doing like that. And don't feel activities as a burden. Recently, when I asked top 5 people to share their experience, how they have done that much long time and all, nobody mentioned that that's like a activities to complete and all. They said they enjoyed doing those activities. Did you remember? Like, I show the recordings also of the people. Everybody mentioned that I really liked them and I started doing every day without even thinking that they are activities and all. Because they are started liking to speak with the different people from different states. They are enjoying that activity. That's why they spend a lot of time in speaking. And they enjoyed reading because they found a lot of great joy in reading, and that's why they are able to read a lot of time. And they enjoyed watching and listening to different great people, and that's why they are able to do. If you are enjoying doing this process, then only you will continue. But if you feel burden and if you feel like activity to complete and put the tick mark and all, will not help you. So enjoy the process. Results are the byproduct. Enjoy the process. That's the philosophy told by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Results are not in your hand, man. Okay, that was taken care by the God or the nature. But if you are always concerned about the results, then God will get angry on you and he will not give you the results. So be careful with that. Enjoy the process. Then based on the process, you will get the results. Okay. And if you are also follower of cricket, then Mahendra Singh Dhoni always tells that my focus is always on the process, not on the result. Result is something not in my hand, but process is always in my hand only. So like that, think of, then you will understand what exactly you want in your life. So yeah, but to sustain with these habits and all, you need a good environment and good supporting people. And I know most of your friends feel jealous now after you joining in this class, and they'll tell, what are you learning in this 1 hour? And he doesn't look like a professional speaker, and he doesn't even know how to speak and all, what he will teach. And look at his beard and hairstyle, dressing sense and all. There would be 100 people will tell 100 things. Why? Because they have a fear that you will improve more. And it's better to, they bring you down. And then why? Because the moment when you started reading and speaking in English, they don't get sleep night time. Okay, because of jealous and all, and fear also. They can't do like you. And then with that fear, what they will do, they will ask you to just stop this class, or they will ask you, okay, if you are my friend, real friend, then come with me to movie, or then today you skip the class and all. They will tell these 100 things, but don't listen to them. If you are having such kind of friends, then they are toxic friends. They don't like your improvement and all. But the real friends you will get in this class, And I really amazed by looking at the people happiness. When somebody else is speaking fluently, these people feel happy as if they are speaking, fluently and all. That kind of people are there in this class. So they will help you in every aspect and they'll become lifetime friends. And that kind of relations you get from this class, because I've experienced so many relations in this class. And you will also, obviously, right, we always wanted to have some people from different states. If you go there, we can meet them, or we can they can host us, or like that, they can treat us like a guest. And all. Or if they come to us, we can treat them like a guest. It's a great feeling that you will rarely get in any area, in any other platform. So this platform is giving you that opportunity to make the friends from across the India. Soon we'll be having the people from across the India and other Asian countries also. And my belief system and my manifestation and all the visualization things and all. So I'm visualizing more. But yeah, that's one thing. Make sure be aware of your friends and remove the toxic people from your end, from your life. They will not add anything. They'll only add more and more bad things in our life. And if anybody is disturbing you, then leave that place and shift to other place. And if your friends are not supporting in a hostels and in your room and all, then leave them. Because at the end, what matters is your own life. They'll not stay with you forever, right, in your life. If they find better person than you, they will leave you. That's it, simple. So why are you sacrificing your life and goals for somebody else who is not going to stay with you forever in your life? Okay, that's one more thing. And yeah, coming to maintaining these habits and all, be in a good environment, be with the good people who always discuss these things, so that you will be able to do it. And coming to reading and all, so we always do what is cheaply available to us, whatever which is available to us. And most of the time we keep our mobile around us. That's why we use mobile frequently. And very rarely we have a book around us. Then we keep our books in shelves or somewhere in where we don't spend most of the time. And that's why it is difficult for you to read. So that's why I am telling you how you keep your mobile at handy. Now show me your book. How many people can show the book without moving? Without book means not writing what you are writing. Book, the book which I suggested. New people, don't worry, you will get the suggestions and all. Now only I could see Nandish, Srinitya, Pujita, Srikar, Sai Teja, Srimuka, Satya, Bindu. Let me move to other slide. Okay. And Venki, Lata, Uma, Likita, Nirosha, Priyanka, Kusuma, Priyanka, Pavan, Chandrakala, Jairaj, Veerababu, Nirosha. Okay. Guys, if I am missing anybody with a book, Prasanna also. Okay. Because sometimes videos will be merged and all. If I missed anybody's name to pronounce, Vandan also. Yeah. So unmute yourself and speak so that I can see your video with book. Navya. Okay, Navya, because you joined with a new name, that's why I was confused who is Krishna and all. Ratnashri. Sorry, Ratnashri, I missed you. See, this is what I want. Very good people, and you are following really my suggestions. Superb. Okay. So like that, keep around you, even if you don't read. Also, every time I keep big books in my bed also. And my friend always, "Arey, why you keep every time in the bedtime and all?" Maybe I never knows. Maybe I may get interest on the time itself to read. Then I can't come out of my bed and then carry the book and all. So it's better if I have along with me. Then I can simply open and at least if I can read one line also, it's good for me. So like that, I think, and that's why I keep every time like that. And I keep locks to all my apps and all. I keep limitations and I turn off all the notifications except WhatsApp, because I am running some community. I should know if something is going happening wrong and all. If I don't know what is happening and all, then it will be very difficult if I act or react lately. For only WhatsApp, I have a notification turned on, because I'm in this position of managing the community. Otherwise, I always wanted to turn off the notifications also, but my role makes me to turn on. But apart from that, I turn off all the notifications. Even phone pay, Google pay also, I don't get the notifications, because I don't want. Anyhow, people want to pay, they'll pay only, and I will see after one time. Whenever I want some time, whenever I'm running out of money, then I'll open and check all the details and all, who are all paid and not paid and all. So that's why please turn off your notifications. Don't read any way to news. Remove that way to news and InShot apps and all. They are not at all useful for you guys. Okay, you may be thinking that you are trying to get the updates and all. No use. Okay, so instead, if you have a habit of reading newspaper, you can buy the newspaper and read it, but don't read in a phone and all. and keep the locks or limits to your Instagram and other social media apps and all. So it's not good for you. You may feel like you may miss something and all, but I am telling you, I'm living my life very happily and peacefully. I don't feel I'm missing anything. I don't even want to know also what is happening, bad things. All the news is all the nonsense only. They always tell all the negative things only, but there is so much good is happening around us, but they don't share anything about the good and all. So that's why make sure you keep your good activities with you every time. And if you are a music, if you have the music app in your mobile, then you always tend to listen to the music only. That's why uninstall the music app also if you don't want. And then the audiobooks, download them and then listen to them. And then podcast, install that Spotify app and listen. Okay. And watching activities and all, unsubscribe to all the other funny YouTube channels and all. You don't need fun. Already you had entire life, you're having fun only. If you again become always prioritizing fun only, then you'll become a joker. Okay, people will laugh at you. Instead of you laughing by watching the videos and all, one day people will laugh at your own life. And I don't want you to be a joker in, and then somebody should not laugh at you in your life by looking at your life, not by just communication and all. So if you're always watching some funny videos by thinking that this is a fun and all, then you will become a funny person. Okay, then they will laugh at you. They will laugh at your own life. So never give that chance to anybody to laugh at your own life. You are much more what you think. So that's one more thing. And then coming to very important aspect, attendance. Let me take the attendance because I'm little concerned who are all joining and all. Because those who are not joining Saturday sessions, I'll remove them from the classes because I don't want them. Because Saturday sessions are the GPS for the entire month and entire week and all. If you're not joining just a Saturday session, then I don't accept you as regular session classes. Okay, so uh, you can see poll on your screen, type your name, and then select the batch so that it is easy for me to take the attendance in your daily classes. Write your full names and then submit the batch. Out of 47, 48, 49, 50, super fast. Great. 60 out of 68, 61, 62, 63. Good. Guys, four more people are left. Complete it as soon as possible. And I want to ask one more thing. Those who have joined on December 31st and New Year 1st, we had a session called New Year resolution session. That day you told me 3 New Year resolutions which you want to achieve, and I want to check how many people are following them. How many people are working on your New Year resolution? How many people started on the New Year 1st itself? Okay, don't speak anything. I'll just see your videos. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. If not, then New Year resolutions are not made for only New Year month and all. February again, today is the first day. So you can start now also. Again, you can restart. How many times you fail? Again, you start one more time. Don't worry about anything. Okay. And coming to my New Year resolutions, as I said, I'm going to write the diary every day. I'm writing my diary every day without missing. I'm feeling so happy by following this one habit. It's a very great habit, which I included in the 2025 and which is going to transform my life. And the second one is, as I said, I want to start my YouTube channel, which I started, and I want to learn video editing skills. I started learning my video editing skills and started posting also videos. So I'm following all my New Year resolutions. I'm feeling very, very happy. And you also ask your own self what resolutions you kept for yourself and how many you are following. And then you can share tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Monday. Monday is the session for where New Year resolution checkpoint. And there are some new people joined. Those who have not set up any new resolutions, set up now. Okay. February resolutions. Okay. You can keep it like that and then work on it. Yeah. That's all from my end. Thank you, guys. Hope you've gained something out of. I've not made you feel bored, right? Anybody feeling bored, tired, exhausted?
No, sir.
Interesting.
No, sir.
Sir.
Voice is low,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Your voice is low.
Your voice is
Now
low.
it's good.
Your voice is
Yes.
low.
It just I'm using very powerful mic and all. Okay, if I keep like this, also you can't hear me clearly, and that's why because I have a lot of fear because my friends and all will be there in the room. If they speak something, then you should not hear those words and all. So unless until I keep just besides to my mouth only, you will listen my words. Okay. Yeah. Good, right? And I hope you enjoyed the session and you also got to know a lot of things which I wanted. And new people, don't worry about anything. Just stay for some time and don't have any. One person asked, sir, I will only join for 1 month and all. You can join for 1 week or one day also. It's okay. Okay. I don't care because again, if you don't continue this process for some time, then again you have to join in another class to improve. And one thing, think of this English therapy should be the end platform for your communication skills. If you fail to improve in this platform, then I can assure you that you will never improve in any platform also. Because I have seen the people who joined after testing and going through different platforms and reached this platform. Okay. So they only told me that, and you don't need any other platform if you really follow me. But this platform will not suitable for the people who don't do hard work. The people who are expecting something should come easily and something should come without efforts and all, for that kind of people my classes looks like a very bad classes, and I know. And yeah, it's good. At least good people will get what they want, not bad people. Okay, not bad in terms of putting efforts and all. Yeah, you can be good in any other areas also. And one more thing is, if you are not joining for 2 3 days without informing me, and fourth day you will not be in the class. That rule I am going to implement very seriously. Today you might have seen I have removed almost 15 20 people, and after I removed, they started asking me, sir, please add me and all. Once I remove you in from the group, I will not add you. That's a very important rule you should understand. Before not joining only, you should inform me the why you are not joining and all. And don't try to test my patience level and tolerance and all. I'm very bad person in that aspect. Okay, so if you really wanted to join and improve, I can give my everything to you to improve your skills, and in every area I can teach you technical skills also. But if you are not utilizing what I am already providing, then I don't give anything. I'll just simply remove you, and don't ask me the money also, because my one class is worth of 2000 whatever you paid. That's enough. And still if you want, then I'll give it to you the money back and all, but you can use that money for biryani or whatever you want. So, and one more thing also, guys, we are more people here, and I don't know who are all paying and who are all not paying. And I could not see. I am thinking that why these people are still not paying, and they paid long back ago like that. I'm thinking maybe my perception is wrong, or maybe you're not paying and all. But if I come across, because sometimes I run out of money and all, at that time I don't have any other work to just check all the dates and the people paid and all, how much good person you are in this class, how much good bonding I have with you, but still I will not allow you as my student. We can have the personal conversation in the phone calls also, but if you really want to be my student, then you should follow the suggestions or the rules and regulations which I'm telling to you. And that time I will not. If you have some financial problem, inform me. Okay, sir, I'll pay after 1 week or 2 days, 3 days, before I ask you. But if I asking why you did not pay and all, at that time, sir, I'm having issue and all, I don't listen to any reason. Before only you should inform me whatever it is. And if you're not joining for 3 days continuously, fourth day you will not be in the class in any group. Even if you want to join also, I'll not allow you to join. Think these rules, and then you may be thinking that we are all, a lot of people are there, how you will remember and all. My memory is very big. Okay, I can remember each and every detail of use. So don't try to test that. Already old people knows it. New people, you had to get it. Okay, so that's all from my end. Let's, if anybody want to speak anything, 1 or 2, 1 minute only, not more than that. Okay, more than that you are not allowed. Yes, Sam.
Sir, I read some books, some difficult words. I wrote the difficult words, but I dictionary check the dictionary. Telugu word is I explained, but English I can't explain. Can't understand that. You are saying that English. That I
English
discuss
only. I will tell you.
some problem.
I will tell you how to do and all that. Suppose that session, actually, I wanted to conduct that session only today, but it changed because first this is needed and then we can focus on that areas also. But yeah, I will tell you. No problem. Sam, thank you. Yes, any other person want to speak anything, want to ask anything?
Sir, may I?
Yeah, Prasanna.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all. So, as usual, I was very curious to attend the Saturday sessions. I fascinated about the neuropsychological sessions. I always every time I feel like I was among my friends, not just classmates. And Saturday session is just like a weekly family reunion. Also, everybody is cooperative here. Really, today's session really it was extremely. I'm extremely satisfied with today's session, sir, because in every mistake I resonated myself because I have done every mistake. So still I am doing a mistake for sir actually trying to speak perfect English. That was the mistake which I am doing currently also. So one thing I just wanted to share a few things, sir. So before joining into this session, I have seen the movie Pushpa 2. In that movie, in the introduction, Allu Arjun, he comes out of the container from the ship and he used to speak the Japanese language. And the people ask why, how you are speaking the Japanese language. He shows the book and tells that in these 30 days, I learned how to speak the Japanese. Oh, by watching that, I was surprised. How can a man can speak like that without speaking to anybody, with learning only few tips which are wrote in a book? How can a person speak like that? And also once when I visited to Pune, my brother stays in Pune. So once when I visited to Pune, I saw a beggar in railway station who is speaking continuously in English without making any mistake. So I went to him and I asked him, how can you able to speak such kind of good English? Even though I have studied this much, even though I have a lot of knowledge, I am unable to speak properly. How are you speaking this much good English? I asked him. I asked that, are you a topper in your childhood? What made you to become this beggar? I asked him. He said that I had never been to school. I was surprised. So by this example also, we can know that to speak English, we need not to learn grammar actually. Okay, by exposing ourselves to the English environment, we put all ourselves to the English environment also, we can improve. So it's take 1 or 2 minutes. I just want to tell you a
Hi,
story
you can.
actually.
You can, no
So
issue.
one more mistake I have to add to your points here actually. So once there was a forest, and in the forest, so many frogs were used to live actually. So one day they decided to conduct a test. Okay, so that test is to climb the tree, top tree, okay, tallest tree. So all the frogs were gathered at the bottom of the tree and just started climbing. So among those all frogs, one frog was very small, very tiny. So it is feeling some difficulty to climb the tree. So many frogs came to cheer up the frogs. Actually, at the bottom, they are screaming, shouting, jumping, and doing so many things at the bottom. And after some time, so some frogs, and they said that, so the tree is very tall, you can't achieve it. Just come down. If you fell out of the tree, what happens to you? Your life, you may die. So such kind of instructions those frogs give. But this tiny small frog didn't stop climbing the tree. And once it looked back and it thought that those are all frogs who are jumping there. So it thought those are all frogs are cheering. Okay. So actually, so within short time, many frogs returned back, and this small frog it reached the toppest place of the tree. And when it comes down, yeah, many frogs after that, oh, we are shouting and we are screaming, we are giving continuously caution to you. Why did you go up there? If you fell down, what happens to you, your life? I have to think about your life. Those are all frogs. So actually, that frog was a deaf frog. So it didn't listen anything, but by watching the jumping, the cheering, so it started just all frogs cheering. So this mistake I have been doing since many years. I have been considering the opinions, the judgments of the people. So from this year only, I stopped this thing. I never wanted to listen about the people opinion. So while you are learning communication skills, this is my sincere advice to all the friends here. So be a deaf frog. So you need not to consider the negative comments. So this point I wanted to add, and as you said, to uh, make a new lifestyle. We all, mostly all of us are following everything, sir. So for me, reading and listening, speaking, watching, writing, everything is a piece of cake for me because I love doing those things. But only meditation, doing meditation is only somewhat difficult for me. I'm unable to concentrate on my breathing. I feel somewhat difficult. Initially, I started with 1 minute, sir. Really, don't believe. I started with only 1 minute. I was feeling uncomfortable. I was feeling suffocated. I stopped doing meditation. Later, I increased 5 minutes there like that, and I'm managing to do it for 10 minutes nowadays. Okay, like this, I'm following all the tips, whatever you're mentioning. So, so these are all mistakes. While we are learning, everybody does all mistakes. We come from those mistakes only. We try to read and we try to frame the sentences. So initially, I too did the same thing. I bought a book which is full of grammar. I learned many sentences, but I failed every time whenever I wanted to speak the perfect structure in the English framing the sentences. Even though now I don't know would have, should have kind of sentences, but I'm trying to learn that. But when I was when I was focusing that time, that lines only, I'm forgetting everything. So I just stopped doing those things. So whatever comes, I should have to go with the flow like that only I'm doing, sir. So your today's session is very, very interactive, very encouraging and motivated, sir. Thank you so much for providing this session, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Prasanna. And yeah, great. So the fear of judgment and all will be in a part two. Okay. So yeah, that is having the psychological aspect, which I will be coming up with the upcoming. But as you said, it also comes under mistakes and all. But generally, when I am preparing my presentation and all, I have something common connections with between this presentation to the next presentation and the previous presentations and all. So yeah, then I have noted down that fear also. But generally, what exactly I don't want this to be, this presentation should be just simple, and fear of judgment and other few concepts which I am going to reveal in upcoming presentation. There, it will give you even more full spectrum where you can easily understand. Okay. Uh, yeah, thank you, Prasanna. And also you mentioned about Pushpa movie, and I was also a little worried that how that man lived for 30 days without food and without air and without toilet and without water and all. So that also it's movie, so we should understand that. It's not possible, right? 30 days in a container without eating food and all, without doing anything, and it's a different story. But generally, the what you highlighted, I was also exactly, I got the same when I was preparing that. Learning something very fastly by reading 30 days and all, I mentioned, right there at the time. I thought before, while creating the presentation, I thought Pushpa movie only. And after coming back, also I was thinking that how this person learned Japanese, and then how did he learn that, and then also how he survived for 30 days without food and all. So that means it's a fake, it's a real. He can't survive, and also same time he can't improve within 30 days and all. Yeah, guys, so far I've given the clarity about communication and all. If you still feel this class is not suitable for you, then it's better you leave and then find the some other platforms where it could give you something. Okay, thank you. Yes, Satya.
Sir, how to stop translate to English from
I,
our mother tongue to, and how
I,
to start thinking in English.
I will tell you. Okay,
Yeah.
so in regular classes, once I think this is the first session for you, right?
Yes, sir.
So just have 1 week patience, and by the next week, Saturday, I will again ask you the same thing, and by the time you will only tell me that you overcome that things and all. Okay, you
Yeah.
recently joined, so that's one thing. Yeah, don't worry. Our regular sessions will help you to think in English, to speak in English without translation and all.
Yeah.
Okay, then great. I think it's nearly 100 minutes, more than 100 minutes, 105 minutes. See, that's the skill. To make the people to sit for 100 minutes is the skill. And nowadays people are complaining that we are not able to make the people to focus for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 100 seconds and all. It's the style of teaching and the energy. And I have that unlimited energy to make the people to sit and listen to my words for hours of hours. Why? There is no problem in watching 3 hours movie, right? There is a problem with only reading the book for 10 minutes and all, because and attending to the classes and all. Why? Because our teachers don't make our subjects interesting like the movies. And that's why I always think like a director, how I can make my classes like more interesting, more curious, so that people will not lose their attention. So yeah, guys, thank you. Thanks for joining. And I know that a lot of people want to share so many things, but it's already too late. Not to me, for you. I can sit like this and speak for next 2 3 days also without food, and I have water with me. So don't ask me how it is and all. That power is there in me. Okay. So thank you. Take care. Bye. Have a good day. And now onwards, avoid that mistakes and improve your communication skills. I'm there to help you to improve your communication skills and have the patience. Only thing is you should have the patience. Results and all will not come within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It will take some time.
Okay,
I
sir.
may be
Okay.
putting in YouTube and all 1 month changed and all. No, you know, right? Marketing gimmicks and all. But everyone cannot improve within 1 month. But you will see the changes in 1 month. That I can guarantee. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Take care. Have a good day. We'll meet
Okay, sir.
on
Good night.
Monday
Thanks, sir.
and respective
Okay,
batches.
sir.
Okay,
Good
sir.
night,
Good night,
sir.
sir.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Good
sir.
night.
Good night.
Bye. Bye. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.